Malaysia, a nation known for its vibrant culture and thriving economy, now grapples with a political and economic predicament that has the world watching. At the heart of this turmoil is Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, whose leadership is under intense scrutiny. As the economy takes a hit with the Malaysian ringgit plunging, Anwar has been accused of employing deflection tactics, focusing on the Israel-Hamas conflict rather than addressing the domestic crisis. His alleged refusal to bow to pressure from unnamed European MPs has raised eyebrows and sparked criticism. While the global stage has seen many Muslim leaders leverage the Israel-Hamas conflict for publicity, Anwar's strategy seems to be backfiring. The economic and currency woes plaguing Malaysia are too significant to ignore and require urgent attention. The public's patience wears thin as inflation soars and joblessness increases, and their frustration is palpable. They question Anwar's decisiveness, particularly his delay in appointing a new minister to tackle the inflation problem. The video of a struggling single mother of 5 has fueled this discontent, making the public's demand for a change in leadership more pronounced. As the ringgit hits an all-time low, calls for Anwar's resignation as finance minister grow louder, painting a grim picture of Malaysia's current situation. In an astonishing turn of events, Anwar Ibrahim has accused unnamed European MPs of pressuring him to alter his stance on the Israel-Hamas conflict. This bombshell dropped amidst a backdrop of economic turmoil, with Malaysia's currency, the ringgit, in a downward spiral. Anwar's allegations, however, have been met with more skepticism than solidarity. Critics argue that the Prime Minister's accusations are a diversion, a smokescreen to distract from the real issues at hand: the faltering economy and the rising inflation. The fact that Anwar has not revealed the identities of these alleged European MPs adds to the mistrust. The pressure is mounting on Anwar, not just from the opposition, but from within his own camp. Allies in his ruling coalition have begun voicing concerns about his performance, fueling speculation about his ability to lead in these challenging times. Notably, Anwar's decision to hold on to the finance ministry portfolio has also come under fire. With the ringgit's continued decline, calls for his resignation from this crucial post are growing louder. In the face of it all, Anwar remains defiant, insisting that he will not be intimidated. However, the opposition leader's challenge for him to reveal the nature of the threats and pressures he faces puts him in a tricky position. With the nature of these so-called threats and pressures remaining undisclosed, the public skepticism continues to rise. As Anwar battles these accusations, one thing is clear: the real issues plaguing Malaysia, like the economic downturn and inflation, cannot be ignored. As political intrigue unfolds, the Malaysian public bears the brunt of a weak economy, severe inflation, and rising joblessness. The frustration is tangible as prices skyrocket and the Malaysian ringgit loses its value. This economic hardship is more than just numbers on a screen. It's the struggle of a single mother trying to put food on the table for her 5 children. It's the anxiety of a worker unsure if their paycheck will stretch far enough to cover the bills. Former Prime Minister Ismail Sabri echoes this public sentiment, pointing out the country's investor confidence crisis. The people are angry and they are calling for change. They're not just asking for a new finance minister, but for a cabinet reshuffle to remove ineffective ministers. As the economic quagmire deepens, the criticism of Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's performance intensifies. His recent spending plan and tax increases have come under fire, seen as ineffective and out of touch with the reality on the ground. The opposition believes that the real issue lies not with the policies, but with Anwar himself. The Malaysian public's discontent is palpable, with many believing that Anwar's recent spending plan and tax increases have only added fuel to the fire. In the face of mounting criticism and a faltering economy, the future of Anwar's leadership hangs in the balance. His controversial actions, including allegations of European pressure related to the Israel-Hamas conflict, have not gone unnoticed. Yet it appears that these international incidents may be a smokescreen, deflecting attention from the home front, where the real crisis lies. The Malaysian ringgit continues to decline, hitting its lowest levels yet. This economic downturn, coupled with rising inflation and joblessness, has led to widespread public discontent. The video of a struggling single mother trying to feed her 5 children is but one stark representation of the hardship ordinary citizens are enduring. Calls for Anwar's resignation as finance minister are growing louder. His recent spending plan and tax increases have been widely panned, and his inability to appoint effective ministers to tackle the severe inflation problem has further fueled public and political dissatisfaction. The question now is, can Anwar weather this storm, or will he be forced to step down? And more importantly, what will this mean for Malaysia's economy? These are the prospects we now face. As Malaysia's political and economic crisis deepens, the world waits with bated breath for the next chapter in this unfolding saga.